Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to the Priestess Sophia. So in today's reading, we're going to be looking at what are you manifesting in love? And I'm going to specifically also be looking at in terms of working with angels, because right now I'm feeling that there are a lot of angelic beings on the planet and specifically helping people with what they're bringing into their lives on an elevated level. If you do feel like you're resonating with that, do comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear about that. My name is Taryn. I am the Priestess Sophia. And here at the Priestess Sophia, we are all about you listening to your own intuition. So when I'm working and doing a tarot reading here for you, I am tapping into my psychic ability. But because I'm also doing that, I'm working with the intention of your intuition being heightened and activated. So it's very important that while you're watching these readings, that you pay attention to what your own inner wisdom is telling you, what your Priestess Sophia is telling you. Priestess Sophia is the goddess of divine wisdom. She's the goddess of intuition. She's the goddess of authentic expression. And that's all that I'm about here on this channel. So it's very important for you to listen to what are the little triggers that are coming up for you, because then there's something to be healed, and what feels expansive, open, and right for you, because that's your intuition talking to you. So I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in and then bring your awareness to your heart center and choose a pile from that space. So pile 1, we're choosing with rings today, is this ring over here. So it's a nice wooden ring with a spiral on. Have a good look at that. Pile 2 is this metal ring over here. Have a good look at this one and see if that resonates with you. And then pile 3 is this lovely, I don't know what this crystal is called, but this white crystal ring over here. See if that resonates for you. So again, take a deep breath in, come into the heart space and choose your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose this wooden ring with a spiral on. Before I jump in, I just want to remind you to please pay attention to your intuition. Notice your triggers, what's coming up, because there's definitely something for you to heal if something is triggering you in this reading. Also pay attention to what feels right for you, what feels expansive, what feels like a knowing to you, because that's definitely your intuition speaking to you. And then remember, if this reading doesn't resonate, then you're more than welcome to pick another reading on my channel, and do comment below on how this resonated for you. What was your intuition telling you? Okay, before I start looking at your oracles, let's see what this ring is bringing through. So I feel people that have chosen this are very strong in their feminine energy, but from a I want to use the word witchy sense. So if witch is kind of triggering for you, just note why that is. But from a witchy kind of very witchy earthy kind of energy. So people who are very connected to nature, very connected to the elements, very connected to the seasons, and work with with nature and the understanding of nature and cycles and the moon and water and the elements and the elements of the earth, and really understanding these aspects and how they influence how we live in the world and how we can create magic in the world. I do feel that the majority of you are either drawn to this kind of content or material, And then there are definitely a large number of you that are actually really embodying this aspect of yourself. Stepping into divine feminine power is definitely what is happening in this group. And this does not have to do anything with your gender either. This could also be if you identify as a man, or non-binary, or however you identify, because there are many ways that you could be identifying. But it's understanding that feminine aspect of things, of birthing things, that is really coming through, about being more receptive, about assessing and feeling and acting from that place. So there's a really strong sense that I'm getting on this for people who have chosen this pile. I'm also seeing that there's an understanding of your own cycles and patterns and behaviors that have come through for you quite strongly. And I feel that there have been several incidents in your life that have been very key in you in this pattern. So there's kind of like a specific pattern of behavior that's played out specifically in relationships for a really long time. But there have been, like, say about, I want to say 6 to 7 key relationships. I know this is very specific, so this might not apply to everyone, but 6 to 7 key relationships that are actually helping you make sense of this pattern and have made sense of this pattern. And if it's not relationships, it's experiences that are all relating to the same kind of pattern. So that's coming through quite strongly and very specifically. So let's have a look at your oracle cards before we look at your tarot. So we've got initiation, the crossing. So that's quite a beautiful card coming through over here. Then we've got the sun. Wow, look at this amazing light energy coming through. Enjoy success and happiness. Then we've got chameleon spirit. Act as if. So the number 4 is really strong for this group. 4s are often for me when angels are around, but it's also the number of stability, the number of creating stronger foundations. 5, we've got also change coming through. And then we've got this card over here from Cheryl Lee Harnish's Divine Guidance deck, which is the loved ones. Okay, so there's a lot of divine clearing going on in your relationships. Okay, so I'm not going to read the articles just yet. We're just getting a general feel of the energies. So what I am sensing as I just look at this, what's really strong is moving out of, like, there's a massive clearing that has happened out of a previous pattern that you've had, and you're now having to step from one space, from the space of this old pattern, into a very, very new pattern for yourself. And I really feel that you've made, it's kind of like in the beginning I said the word witch, and I asked if that was triggering. It feels like there was a time where you were not embodying your power, and now you've stepped into a space where you're embodying a lot more of your power. Okay, so let's see what the tarot is saying about what you're manifesting into your love life, group 1. Okay, we've got the Magician. Oh my gosh. Definitely strong manifestors. We've got Balance, Archangel Zadkiel. So 14, we've got 14 coming out twice. So 4s and 5s and 1s, very important here. So definitely people with strong life path 1 energy, moving into a completely new reality and creating a completely new foundation for themselves. We've got 2 of Earth, 2 over here. So we've got repeating numbers, 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay, we've got 4 of Water, again, 4 coming through. So really creating a major new structure. King of Water, and I'm going to choose 1 more. 4 of Air. Oh my goodness. How many 4s? You can't make this up. Okay, so We've got the Magician coming through. We've got balance. We've got, I don't know why I put the Magician there. We've got 2 of earth. We've got 4 of water. I'm really reading very differently to what I usually read. We've got King of water. And then we've also got 4 of air. So that is traditionally 4 of swords. I just want to see the story here and then. So what I'm seeing is that there was a very deliberate intention from you to adapt to your environment, which is what I'm seeing here with Chameleon Spirit. There was an understanding that definitely came through from a healing space. We're seeing here from balance, which is usually temperance, and coming from a wanting to find out what your emotions are really showing you. And I feel a lot of the people in this group may be counselors and healers themselves, and also just very naturally able to work through a situation by talking about it. That's because I'm also seeing a lot of blue and very strong intuitive senses as well. So being able to work through a situation just by talking it through. Because we've got the sun here and we've got strong light here, I feel like you're the type of person that brings a lot of light energy into a situation. So that light energy has finally been directed towards yourself and unconditional love towards yourself. And that healing, from that healing space, has come this deeper understanding of yourself emotionally, because we've got the King of Water here. King of Water also speaks of someone who's an advisor, a mentor, a coach, some sort of person who in their space is actually really helping others. So I really feel that these are qualities that you embody. But what I'm seeing is, through recognizing your own kind of healing, it's allowed you to step into this space where you don't need to be who you were in the past, and you can recognize that you can let go of old identities and adapt and become different and take on a new reality. And actually, starting to see this new reality very much so. And I don't just think in your love life, but in general, because we do have the Magician here. So what I'm seeing coming through for you is definitely someone who is a leader, and someone who also is in this space that you are in. So in this space of a wellness kind of space, someone who is very dedicated to healing others, but also helping others. So definitely a very compassionate, kind, caring person. And this is someone who's definitely moving towards the space. I do feel the person that you are bringing forth and manifesting into your life, they are actually still going through their own kind of healing, because we've got 4 of water here and 4 of air here, and it's sort of bookmarking the King of Water in the center. And what that's giving me is that someone who is now understanding how their thoughts and their emotions have really affected the type of person that they are. And I feel that they're deliberately trying to create a different version of themselves, and because they have stepped into the space of choosing to be a different version of themselves, they've also met you, and they've become more compatible with you because of this. So I do not feel that this is someone from the past. I do feel like it is a new person, because we've got Magician and we've got 1, and we've got the energy of 5 coming through strong here, and 1s and 5s. So that's talking to me about change. It's talking about a new chapter. It's definitely talking for me about someone else that's coming through. And I also say that because we're moving from one reality into another reality. So there's been a definite shift. And this person is attracted to you because of the shift that you've made in yourself and the shift that they are making for themselves. What I do see, though, is as it stands, there is a decision that you have to make around how you're going to pursue this connection. Because we've got 2 of earth here, and that for me is talking to me about having to decide. So I do feel that there's still someone else in your life who is a past connection, who is still sitting in your energy, because here we've got the initiation, right? So there's that having to walk from one space to another. So someone else who's still sitting in your energy, who is coming from maybe, let's say, a less healed version of yourself that you have yet to choose. And that's why it's kind of like we've got 4 of water here, 4 of air here, and then this person in between. But this person is not just representing what you're manifesting or who you're manifesting, but also yourself. And because we've got 2 4s, it's kind of, we got 2 choices. The one choice feels like a much stronger, like, emotional connection, and the other more of an intuitive connection. So the emotional connection is coming from unprocessed emotions. So you're drawn to this person because of emotions that you experienced, because of past abandonment and past perspectives on relationships. And this new person is going to come because you're going to get an intuitive hit and knowing from this person. And because we've got this card for me, which for me is representing intuitive information at the moment, just because of the color of the card, and it's coming under the Magician, it's coming as a call of you having called this person in very intentionally, very deliberately. You will know who you are. Okay, so what's coming in your love life, pile 1? I see that there's still someone around that you may still be speaking to, and someone who you may even still be involved with, but you've done a lot of healing on yourself, and you've called in a more like a match, someone who's kind of your match and matches you in a very loving, very healing kind of way, a really strong, trustworthy, compassionate partner. And you're going to have to decide, because as it stands, this energy is not fully present in your life. It's coming, yes, but when this person arrives, you are going to have to make a choice. So let's see what the angels are advising around manifesting this person properly. So like, and choosing this person, if that's what you want to choose. Flirts. Okay, so it's extend your light-hearted energy to others. So I think this is such an interesting card, because we've got this crossing and we've got light here, and remember I spoke about light. So the more that you spread your light and trust in your light, the more that this person is going to come and be drawn to you. And what I'm getting here from your angels is really to start being a little bit more open about spreading your energy to people who you may not usually do, and maybe spreading isn't the right word, but sharing your energy with other people, not just this connection that you have right now, and not to do that out of any kind of fear. And in actual fact, it's the right thing for you to do right now. Okay, I'm going to get a message from daily guidance from your angels, just because I'm really feeling the angels right now. And we've got accept heaven's love. This is really beautiful. We've got 1 and 5 coming up again. So change happening because of decisions that you've made, and you leading the change in your life, group 1. So the message is, God's love for you is so profound that it exceeds the bounds of words. To have an inkling of how much you're cherished, try to envision an all-encompassing, limitless energy. So here we've got these images of these beautiful, the energy again, right? In heaven, every thought of you is positive, because God only sees your magnificence and divinity, reveling in your perfection. As your angels, we mirror this bright love for you. We also care about you more than words can describe. We're thrilled to be by your side, and helping you is our honor. So your thought for the day is, I'm very much loved, for I deserve to be cherished. God's caring for me is unconditional, limitless, and all-encompassing. So this is really gorgeous, because this card here talks about your angels and talks about loved ones coming around you to support you. And because it's pink, we're talking about unconditional love. And we literally have Archangel Zadkiel here coming in, also really bringing in beautiful healing energy. So there's a lot of support here for you, pile one, in terms of bringing in what it is that you desire in terms of love, and this partner that you're seeking, who I feel is very emotionally available, very emotionally mature, and I feel this is something that you've wanted for a really long time. So don't lose faith. This is happening. The more that you can extend your beautiful white, your bright light, this doesn't just mean in terms of seeing people who you wouldn't usually see, but also using this healing, caring, loving energy that you have in ways that you may not even have noticed yet, and in your work, in your circle with people. So it's be more of this beautiful light that you are, because that's what's going to draw in this beautiful love that you're manifesting, and it's coming for you. So keep doing it. This has been such a lovely reading with such beautiful soft energy. So pile one, you seem like lovely individuals. Do comment in the below and let me know if this resonates for you. If you'd like to work with me either as a coach, healer, psychic, or manifestation coach, do check out the description box, and I'd be happy to connect with you. There are many ways that I'm here to serve, and I'd love to support you on your journey in the way that I can. It's been an honor reading your cards, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. So this is your reading if you chose this metal ring. Okay, so what I am going to ask you is, do please, whilst you're listening to this reading, stay connected to your intuition and notice whatever triggers come up, because there's something that can be healed there for sure. And when you're listening, feel into what feels right, feel into what's your own knowing, and trust that, because that is your higher self trying to communicate with you. I do feel with this group, there's still some struggle in terms of recognizing your higher self and knowing how she communicates to you. And I'm seeing this with this ring over here, and we've got like this flower over here. So there's still an opening to that aspect of yourself that's happening. I do feel that you're an incredibly resourceful and resilient individual that's been able to shift and adapt to a lot of different environments. I feel that you are also very creative, exceptionally creative, and I feel a little bit of an oddball. So someone who doesn't fit into the usual kind of spaces, but you've never meant to be the type of person that fits into the normal kind of space. You're really meant to follow a very creative path and follow a very unique kind of path. And this is also in terms of the type of person that you end up with romantically. And I don't necessarily feel, especially what I'm feeling right now, that the person that you're with has to be also super weird or quirky, that kind of thing, but it's really someone who can respect this part of you. And I'm feeling this is a big thing that you're actually manifesting for yourself. But let's take a look at your oracle cards and then look at the tarot and see what comes up. Okay, so we've got deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. We've got medicine mother, honor your inner knowing. Wow. So just see how we spoke about intuition and that part still opening up. Then we got lizard spirit, dream the world into being, number 38. So 1111 might be a really strong number for you. And then we've got 17, and that's an 8. So 11s and 8s are really, really strong in this group. Okay, So what I'm really getting with this group, before I start looking at the tarot and before we're looking at what you're manifesting in love, is that you're currently going through an awakening, because we've got 11s here, we've got 8 here, and whenever I see 1s and 8s together, I know that someone is on their soul path. So I feel that it's very likely whoever is in this group, you've just come out of a relationship, you're in separation, you're in no contact, and there's a very important reason for this. This has to do with you needing to be in a space where you're reconnecting with yourself. I do feel that you have survived your relationships, and there's a lot of kind of power struggles that have been in relationships, and a lot of moving between what's sort of like the drama triangle, which is the victim, the perpetrator, and I can't remember the third one, but what you've got to figure out is whether you're the victim or the perpetrator, or are you actually going to be the person that is authentic, right? So yes, it's the victim, the perpetrator, and the rescuer. And I feel that that kind of dynamic has played out a lot in your relationships. And that's really got to do with how you're seeing yourself. So you're being called right now to a really deep place of inner quiet, so you can start accessing your intuition, because I do feel you've been playing from a weakened solar plexus place. So playing from control dynamics and expectations of others. You may also really struggle with people pleasing. So what you're manifesting in your love life right now, I would say, is really strong, deep healing that is coming through, and a need to see that healing within the self so that the intuition can come forth. That's the message that's just coming through right now. But what's important about this is for you to know that this is part of your soul's path. This quiet, this solitude, this stillness, this no contact, this separation, this breakup is calling you into your soul. Okay, let's see what our tarot says. Okay, so we've got 3 of fire, abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time, make long. 3 of water. Wow. So 3 is coming through. We had a 3 here as well. So definitely soul lessons. We've got 5 of earth. We've got 5 of air. Wow, 5. The numbers are speaking. We've got 4 of water. And then we have our last card, which is King of Air. All right. So what I'm seeing is a partner that may have been, I want to say, I don't like using the term narcissistic, but someone who's kind of selfish, someone who is very in their own kind of space, disconnected from their feelings. And the reason why I'm also saying this is because when I saw this 3 of fire, although it's talking about a lot like long-term plans, and it's a very, very positive card, and King of Air can also be very positive. What I'm actually feeling here is that there's someone that you were involved with, not anymore, that really triggers strong abandonment wounds and has been offsetting the nervous system and sending you in a space where your energy is getting kind of stressed out and heightened. And this is why this connection is on the pause right now. But part of meeting this person and being involved with this person was to actually trigger you into your healing, trigger you into what you know about yourself and know the truth about yourself. So I really feel that it's very important for you to know, pile 2, that there's no need to kind of judge yourself, right? What I am seeing is there's been kind of energy of betrayal, and betrayal also very strongly linked to past abandonment wounds. I do feel that there might even have been, some of you were adopted, and also really struggled with the home situation. I feel that there might have been a lot of financial struggles when you were younger as well, and that caused a lot of stress in the family dynamic, and also put a lot of pressure on you to perform in a particular way and be a particular way, and also often maybe take on the diplomat role, but also take on the strong role for, I'm seeing a lot of brothers and sisters in the family too. So I am also seeing very likely that one parent was not always very present, and this caused you to have to step into this kind of role. Do let me know if that resonates for you. What I do see for you in the long term, and this is going to take a little bit longer in terms of what you're manifesting, pile 2, but it's important to go your process because there needs to be a healing process that happens. So what I'm seeing now is you manifesting some self-love in terms of integrity for how you feel about yourself and how you view yourself. Because pile 2, I'm not seeing, as I look at these cards, that you are seeing the wonder of yourself and recognizing yourself fully as you need to. I feel that what's tended to happen in relationships for you, pile 2, is that you've kind of taken a wallflower kind of position, hidden yourself in relationships. And what's coming for you is a partner that is, I'm getting a kind of a protective energy, but protective very much in how they communicate about you and what they say to you, and very aware that you need very clear communication is what I'm picking up. But this person comes a bit more in the future. I'm not seeing this person stepping into your life right now or even next year. If from what I'm sensing here, this is a little bit more of a longer term kind of thing that you're working towards. Because for me, what I'm feeling here now is very important for you, pile 2, is to do some deep internal healing. It's around deeper issues in childhood, how that's affected conflict resolution as well, because I do feel that a lot of the time with this meditation and deep stillness, there's a tendency for you to go quiet and silence your voice and suppress your feelings. And what is happening here now is for you to realize that there's a completely different reality possible for you. And I do see in the next few years a much more respectful, honorable partner that recognizes your uniqueness and recognizes your journey and treats it with a lot of dignity and respect. Let's see what comes through from the angels in terms of helping you manifest this. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So if you look in this photo here, she's by herself, but she's also got roses, and they're pink roses. So this is really for me a sign of being very present with the self, because we've got deep, quiet meditation and stillness, honor your inner knowing. So there's a lot of needing to, in your love life right now, a focus more on self-love and coming towards the self. Pile 2, roses are very high vibrational flowers and can really help you with healing yourself. And what I'm seeing here, even if we've look in this card, we've got greens and pinks. So there's a need to connect with your heart chakra a little bit more and allow what kind of stuck emotions may still be sitting in there for that to flow. And I'm seeing that also with the 4 of water that we've got here. 4 of water is talking about cups, and cups, the 4 of cups is often talking about emotions that we're not holding, that we're not releasing, us focusing on the negative of a situation and not seeing the opportunity. So, and getting kind of despondent and getting depressed. And what the angels are really bringing forth for you right now is to go, this quiet, this break in relationships is there for you to connect with yourself. You are the most important thing in your life right now, and that is what needs to be honored. And the more that you can be present in this moment and find yourself, the more that you're going to be able to shift your energy and bring in a new reality, where there is a lot more of a respectful partner there for you, pile 2. Let us see what your daily guidance is from your angels. Let's see what message comes up for you. Ask us for help. Oh, and we've got next to that, forgive past lovers. So definitely a healing that needs to happen with this past person. But what's being highlighted for you is the help. So periodically, we angels will remind you that we're always available to help you with everything, but we can only do so if you ask us to. We respect your free will to make decisions and work out any problems on your own. Yet, if you ever feel as if you need some assistance, don't forget that we're here. So, the thought for the day is I remember to ask my angels for help. They want to aid me with everything, large or small. I simply need to have the thought, and they immediately go to work on my behalf. They're always with me, ready to support me. So what's also important for you to understand here, pile 2, is to not be afraid of, in relation to this past person or this person that you're in no contact or in separation with, for you to go and speak to people who can give you different insight on the situation. Because a lot of the time when we're in a situation for a long time, we cannot see another way out. We can't see the wood for the trees, right? And it may be very useful for you to go and speak to someone who can help you process your feelings, help you hold space for what you've been through. So don't be afraid to ask for that help and support, which I also see with King of Air. It's often a professional that can definitely help you understand what you've also been through. And I do feel on a further in the future, this is also representing a partner for you that is a lot more respectful, definitely a very respectful, protective energy that I'm feeling coming through. All right, beautiful pile 2. This was a very deep message. I hope it resonated for you. Do let me know in the comment section how that did. If you'd like me to support you on your journey, I can do that in terms of helping you heal. My work is an energy healer. I also teach energy healing. I could do a reading for you. We could see what's coming up and what issues are being shown, and guidance on how to tackle those issues and what's likely to unfold based on your energy. And I'm also working as a manifestation and intuitive coach at the moment. So very excited to help you on that too, if you'd like to work in that way. I'm here to support you, here to help you become the most empowered version of yourself. So if you're resonating with that, do check out the description box. Otherwise, it's been an honor reading your cards, pile 2, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. This is your pile if you chose this beautiful, beautiful white crystal ring. I'm not sure what kind of crystal this is. If you do know, let me know in the comment section. This is one of my favorite rings, I must be honest. I really do love this ring. And pile 3, before we look at what you're manifesting in love, do remember to stay in connection with your intuition and feel what's coming up for you triggers wise. Maybe there's something that needs to shift or heal or be understood. And also pay attention to what feels right for you. So what feels expansive, what feels like a knowing. That's your intuition speaking, right? And it will definitely be activated while we're doing this reading. Okay, so let me see what channeled messages are coming through. So the group that's chosen this, I feel like you older souls, definitely older souls, and I definitely feel that one of your guides is your grandmother, or a grand kind of figure, an ancestor that is with you and is really helping you in terms of your love life. I do also feel that there have been a lot of ancestral patterns regarding your love life that you have personally worked through, and I do see that you are the victor of that ancestral pattern. You're definitely the cycle breaker in your family dynamic, and I feel that you are quite traditional in your viewpoints around relationships and really seeking a connection with strong traditional values. I feel very rooted in who you are. An excellent speaker is also what I'm hearing, and someone who is very connected to the different realms. So I feel you may be working with a lot of higher level beings, and also very much in your dreams as well. A lot of guidance coming through in your dreams. I am also seeing people who very, I don't want to just say spiritual because it feels more than that. It's a very strong connection to God, at whatever you understand God to be. That's coming through very strongly and really grounded in your approach around that. So let's see what's coming up around what you're manifesting in your love life. Pile 3. So we've got lost compass, getting back to integrity. Okay. We've got protection, guardian, drop your shields. We've got koi, fish spirit, there is always enough. And we've got 4, this is, I can't remember what this card is called. It is about activating your intuition and understanding, I think it's the astral card, understanding other realms. Okay, so there's a lot of healing going on, which is what I felt in the family dynamic. And I feel that you've often been the person, the channel through which the healing is happening. And I'm feeling what's happening in the love life at the moment is really not believing that what you want is there for you. And if you look at this lost compass and you see this shield here as well, and you see, can you see this kind of imagery that's repeating itself over and over? We've got a circle here, we've got a circle here, and they all kind of look like a wheel or kind of protective, like a shield itself. So there's definitely some sort of strong karmic pattern in the ancestral line that I'm seeing being broken. Like it's a pattern that's really, it's not just your pattern, it's a pattern that has kind of been imprinted in the ancestral line. And the reason I'm also saying that is because koi fish often live to be very old. And so there's a lot of old patterns here that you're definitely working through around your love life. So this is important for you to know when things aren't playing out the way that you need to. And what I feel is that you're often, pile 3, getting drawn into these patterns, into something that's sitting very deeply in your cells around how to be in relationship, that you're being called to break through. And it has a lot, because 4 is also, this is for me the third eye chakra that's being shown here with the color, is that you're not trusting your own kind of judgment of a situation, and instead getting pulled into whatever ancestral pattern there is. When I was connecting with the ring, I really felt there's a call to be more in this higher self part of you. Because that's what I felt like I was connecting to when I was working with that ring, looking at that ring. Let's see, pile 3, what the tarot is saying about what you're manifesting in your love life. Okay. I feel like this group might also be early 30s. 2 of Earth. Okay. Knight of Fire. Yeah, definitely younger energy for me coming through. For me, there was older souls, but younger in the Earth realm. 6 of Earth. Strength. The Magician. So definitely new 111 might resonate with you. 3 of Water and 7 of Air. Okay. I also feel the people in this group may have dealt with a cheating partner, someone that they really couldn't trust, someone who said one thing, did another thing. You may have even looked on this person's phone or some sort of other device and discovered things about this person that you didn't want to believe. And I feel like people who've also chosen this pile, you have your either most recent relationship or within the last year were involved with someone who maybe didn't just cheat, but also very hot and cold, lots of empty promises, and someone you really couldn't trust. Very deceptive kind of energy. And also someone, some of you may have also been involved with someone that cheated on you and you took them back. Okay. So I'm feeling not necessarily trusting your inner confidence. What I'm seeing in your love life, pile 3, right now, what's coming through a lot more is not necessarily, there's a lot of support that's coming through in your friendship circle. But what I'm feeling is there's an avoidance of that friendship circle and being open with your friends, specifically about what is going on in this connection with this person. Because I do feel whoever chose pile 3, you're still very actively involved with this person who you don't necessarily trust. And I feel what you're manifesting in your love life, there's an aspect of you that wants to bring in a lot of support, but currently you're manifesting a very kind of distrusting, hot, cold kind of relationship with this person. It's not your fault because this is also this person's energy, but it's showing up in your reality because it's coming from an old wound and feels like ancestral trauma that keeps playing out, but also because you're not trusting what you really desire and what you really want. I don't feel like you're trusting in reciprocity because we've got 6 of earth here, so there's definitely an imbalance just by seeing by these scales over here. I don't feel like you're being given enough in this connection. And because we've got 2 of earth here, we're talking about kind of choices. And this person that you've been involved with, either still involved with or the last 12 months, hasn't chosen you. And what's coming through here is a very unconscious manifestation. So I just feel like what you're manifesting in your love life is definitely coming from that deeper subconscious wound. And this is why they were talking about this kind of relationship that's hot, cold. And that's because you're not choosing yourself. You're seeing how others have treated you, and that has imprinted on the subconscious. And because it's also an ancestral wound, it's deeper in the subconscious. And then this kind of keeps playing out in this sort of pattern. And what I feel Spirit is trying to tell you with this, there's always enough, is you're also enough. You deserve reciprocity, and you deserve also to be chosen. And where things will shift is when you can start trusting what you feel and choose to come back to yourself and more protective spaces for yourself, instead of avoiding the self and choosing a dynamic where you feel you aren't chosen, but you're also not choosing yourself in that dynamic. I know this is a tough message to come through pile 3, but it is coming through very strongly. So Spirit also really trying to guide you to shift what you're currently manifesting right now. And you can do it. There are gifts of love wanting to definitely come through from groups of friends, from a group of friends for you, and a support from friends for you. But it feels like there's a resistance to that because of being very caught up on a particular person. Okay, let's see what your angels are advising around what you're manifesting right now in your love life, part 3. worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your life. So this is very important. When this card shows up, it's usually because you're really longing for a type of connection, but there is a process that really needs to be followed through here for you in terms of the right person coming through. And I don't know if you remember pile 3, right in the beginning I was saying it feels like old soul but very young energy, so a younger person. So where you're at in your journey right now, it's very important for you to also explore friendships with people, explore other connections, and not try and get too hung up on finding the right person, because there's some deeper understanding and knowing about also this ancestral pattern that needs to come through for you around this pile 3. All right, let me have a look at your guidance from your angels in this book over here. Guide, Glory, and Virtue. Pile 3, what is pile 3? Most need to know. We've got release, fear, and indecision. So there's nothing to fear. This emotion is merely an echo reverberating from the far reaches of your memory, from the time when the human ego tried to separate from God. Of course, such a feat could never be accomplished, so the decision was made to create race mind consciousness to diminish awareness of the divine. In other words, a mass amnesia about love occurred in an attempt to mimic independence from heaven. This is when free will was born. The way out of this trap is to always remember that you're one with God and everyone else. This simple yet profound fact will remind you that every fear is based on illusion. So affirm your oneness with heaven often today. Feel the tension leave your body and consciousness as you recognize the spiritual truth within yourself in every situation. So that was really coming through with this ring, a very strong, divine kind of connection and energy that wants to come through, and a strong divine energy that wants to flow through you and is actually flowing through you. It is just something that you need to remember for yourself. So your thought for the day is, I am one with God and all others. I am one with divine love. I now release any fear or indecision to heaven. So this is really also going to help you bring in more of that support that is very much surround you and really wanting to come from friends who care about you. And pile 3, do take your time. Take your time in figuring this out, because the right person will definitely come at the right time, and the right kind of love will also come at the right time. I really do. This has helped. I hope this has helped. It's been quite a complex message that's come through pile 3. I would love to support you in any way that I can. I do offer healing. I do readings, of course, and I also work as an intuitive and manifestation coach. So if there's a way that I can support you, do check out the description box, and I'd love to work with you. It's been an honor reading your cards. Please do remember to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.